Afternoon, folks. Going to do a video today on the Severn again. Bit of a change of plan though. I came to fish a stretch that I know is rising today. It's really high, but things have changed since I've got here, to be fair. Obviously the bank's really high, which I knew, but it had given relatively good weather. It's a bit cooler today, sort of 9 degrees, something like that, but it had given dry. Anyway, I've got here, which is an hour's drive from my house, and it is absolutely tipping down, like proper tipping down. So I came to shelter under this bridge out of torrential rain. I brought a brolly with me like I never do, so no change there. But I decided to come down and stand under this bridge, get out the rain. Got down here, and I was just looking into the water right by the bridge. I've never fished this part before, ever. Never even thought about it. Anyway, there's a bit of a slack. Bit of a slack behind this bit of tree here. So I thought, yeah, I'll put some bait on and give it a go. It is supposed to be clearing up in about an hour, so I'll push further down river then to where it's sort of one of my usual pegs. But I thought, while I'm here for, like I say, probably about an hour it's give, I'll try my luck here, and if I catch something I'll be over the moon, obviously, because I wasn't expecting to fish here. And it's just a slack just the other side of the bridge, so yeah, totally different surroundings today. I'm not sure whether I actually preferred it to the normal views I have, to be fair, probably not, but there you go, we'll give it a go, see how we get on, hopefully find ourselves a barbel. So, been in with the bait for about 5 minutes now, that's all. I've had to sort of improvise and make myself like a little rod pod, because obviously it's all sort of concrete and whatnot, all concrete and slabs around here, so I've had to sort of improvise, set that up, not fishing far out. Bit of a slack round here, which is what I'm fishing in. The river's about 2.5, I think, so it's, yeah, tearing through out there. I'd have to fish the slacks anyway further down. I don't know, maybe you fish sometimes, maybe folks fish places like this. I don't normally, but you never know. Could quite easily be a fish in there. We're in! Ha ha! No way! Oh! Go on, it's still going. There you go. It's still going across that river. Now, that's as good as view as I can get in there. I've had to wedge my camera between a couple of slabs. So, sorry about the viewing. That's still going. Jesus. This could be a good barbel, this. Could be a good fish. Feels heavy. Just holding in that current. Wow. Now, this has surprised me here. I've never thought about fishing this little bit here, and I've walked past it 100 times. It's only good when it's in flood. Oh, just like that. Like that. Oh. It didn't like coming close into the edge there. I've just seen it, looks like a good fish. Just to let that off a little bit, not too tight. These barbel fights so hard. Who doesn't like that? Easy. There we go. Wow. I'm over the moon with that. Absolutely over the moon. Looks a good fish as well. Let's have a look at him. Get this hook out and have a look. Look at that. £9, 5 ounces in this bizarre backdrop of graffiti and concrete. What a beautiful fish. How thick that is. That's a proper River Severn barbel. What an absolute cracker. Over the moon with that. Absolutely over the moon. Right, let's get it back. What stunning fish in a bizarre location. Well, I say bizarre. I suppose it's up and downstream from where I normally fish in this part of the Severn. It just seems strange standing under a bridge where it's absolutely honking down with rain, covered in graffiti and concrete all over the floor. Just feels a bit weird. The river's no different, obviously, and clearly there's fish feeding. But that's a beautiful fish. Not quite a double, but yeah, still a cracking fish. Absolute cracking fish. So it hasn't stopped raining yet, so I might as well stay under this bridge and try and keep a little bit dry for at least another half hour or so. And if the rain goes off, I might move. Hey, if I keep pulling fish out of here like that, I'll just stay here, I reckon. But yeah, happy with that. It's a great start. Great start. Come on, second one. Rain sort of started to stop then about 5 minutes ago, but it's come back on strong again, so I'm going to hang on here. It's nice and dry. It's nice and dry. It's nice and dry, and there's fish. Can't really see the point of going anywhere else. What I'll do with this video, on this video, is at some point I'll add a clip of me catching one from further down. A nice little £5-pounder, like about 3 days ago, I think, something like that, 4 days ago. I'll just add that clip somewhere. I've obviously got, I think I've got a different hat on, and I've probably had a shave as well. Or should I say I've had a shave since then. So don't go hammering me in the comments saying that's a totally different day, because you're right, it is a totally different day. Just makes the video a bit more interesting. Catch extra fish. There we go. One superb fish out of that side of the bridge while still bone dry. So I've had a genius idea. I've given it another half an hour in there, nothing, no more touches. So I've had a genius idea of moving to the other side of the bridge. So the only bonus is here I can get my bank sticks in. I could also get 2 rods in as well. So I'll give it half an hour in here. See how we get on. Fingers crossed, something will oblige. Come on, Barbel. The weather was supposed to be clearing up, but it doesn't look like it. In fact, it looks like it's getting worse. The river's still rising, it's still tipping now. There's not much joy here yet. The rain is stopping. Looks like a little bit of clear sky coming. Or not blue, but certainly not rain. So I'm just going to wait till that gets overhead, or nearly overhead, and then I'll move further down. Check out some of my normal spots rather than fishing under here. But to be fair, like I say, I've never fished under here before. Yeah, it's been obviously productive having that one fish. I stayed bone dry, which is the main thing. But yeah, something a bit different. I'm not much of the smell of diesel fumes constantly coming, but it's alright, it's not bad. I'm dry. If it had been stood out in that original rain for what, hour 30, hour 40, I'd have been soaking by now. So yeah, it's done me a favour today. Done me a favour. I might think about it in the future. So obviously move pegs now, further downstream, behind a willow, in some slack. Obviously you can see it's bank high, absolutely. Give it probably another half an hour and this will be over the top here. It's only shallow for about 2 foot, and then there's a big drop off down there, probably down to normal level is sort of nearly 3 meters now, not quite 3 meters, 2.6, 2.7, and then there's a big hole in front of that I fish in the summer. So it's deep. Very deep. You don't have to go too far out. And then I'll do the same with this one. Cast a little bit further out, and sort of I tend to sort of feel it onto the bottom. Feel it onto the bottom. You have to give it a bit of line to start with, but then tighten up slightly and let it drag in with the current, and then you can feel it bump. You'll hear it. You'll feel it hit the bottom, and then that's where I try and keep it static if I can. This downstream rod is slightly further out, and obviously I've cast it further out so it can come in downstream. If I get a fish on the upstream rod, it gives me a bit of space in between this willow and the downstream line. Trouble is, if you put them really close to each other and you get a big fish, if it runs and it runs the way of the other line, there's nothing you can do about it. Especially a good 9, 10, 12, 14 pounder. There's very little you can do about it. If it decides to go, all you've got to do is try and coax it away. If you've got another line right in the middle of the swim or really close, it can be a pain sometimes, a real pain. It can be a pain when they're a long way away. So they're a nightmare when they're close. That left hand, that upstream rod's just settling down. Trouble is, there's so much rubbish floating around because it's rising. There's sticks and weed and all sorts of stuff coming down. It's rising so fast. There's all sorts of crap flying past. There's been some massive logs floating past, and to be fair, I've been here an hour and a half. I think I've seen 3 footballs. You can just see all the stuff swelling around on the side. It's only slow here. But obviously if it touches your line when it's coming down, it'll move a 2, 3, 4, 5 ounce lead easy, a stick will. Just gets caught on the line, and then when it comes off the line, it makes your rod spring back up. When you get these barbel takes, it'll be a constant banging on the rod. It won't just be one like little thump and then nothing. You can't really miss them. You can't, let's say you can't really miss them. You do miss them occasionally. But you can't confuse a barbel take. hit the softest point, it's going to bounce around constantly, like a lot on the spot. And when they take really hard, they'll knock your rod so far that the handle comes off the floor and or spins round, like, you know what I mean? You can't confuse a barbel take. I'm going to add a video now of a 5 pounder that I caught out of here 4 or 5 days ago out of this exact swim, so I'll add that to the video now. So don't give me a hammering because I've got more of a beard and a different hat on. It was a different day, it was 4 days ago. You son of a... What the actual hell? There's a big snag down there and I have to keep him away from that, and obviously the hook's pulled. You shite house. Ah! Oh, there we go, that's a good take. That's a good take. That ripped off. Oh, it doesn't feel that heavy though. Can't quite tell yet. Doesn't feel solid. It ripped off on the take, but it doesn't feel a massive fish. Might be totally wrong. A lot of small head shakes. Oh, try and keep away from that other rod. Oh, I don't know. Try and keep him off that other rod. Not ready yet. Oh, it's just touched the other line, I think. He's still got some going, eh? There we go, he's in. Oh, we've got one on the bank anyway. About 5.5 pound. Beautiful fish, stunning condition. Happy with that. Not the biggest fish in the world, but yeah. Cracking winter barbel. Good stuff. Let's get him back. Like I say, not the biggest fish in the world. Doesn't always matter. He's had a bit of a rest for a couple of minutes. There we go, away he goes. Mallards starting to pair up. Drakes are chasing the ducks around. It's a good old sign, spring's coming. Been in this swim about 20 minutes now. Nothing, not a touch. Water's still rising, it's probably risen about half an inch since I've been here. Still coming up. I've had the odd little rattle, but I think it's chub. I've got them on a really long hair rig, so you'll not chub very easily. Occasionally you'll get one that'll just come and snatch the whole lot down, but as a rule, if you use really long hair rigs, you don't get chub. Because they pick the bait up in the lips rather than swallowing the whole lot. So if you want to avoid chub, or certainly smaller chub, make your hair rigs a bit longer. Barbel will still take, and they'll still take the hook right down. But you'll just avoid catching chub. I don't mind catching chub most days, but I'm here for barbel today, so that's what I'm going to concentrate on. Weather's supposed to come in cold after this weekend, back down to sort of single figure temperatures, 4 or 5, stuff like that, maybe even as low as 2s and 3s. So that'll obviously cool the water temperature right off, so then I'll be out on the chub then. Stop the barbel from feeding, or they will feed, but just for small periods of time. Chub will feed constantly all the time. Just need another big clonker of a take now. We're in. Not sure how big it is. Ooh, I don't know. Nah. Wow. It's shifting now. It's got that bit of current, just finally woke up. It's going down towards the middle of the line, like I explained earlier, which is a bit of a pain. There's a lot of head shaking. Obviously it's had a good run. I'm not sure it's the biggest fish in the world. Oh, I don't know. Might be okay. Not the biggest not the biggest barbel. Still put up a fair old scrap though, to be fair to him. There you go, in the net. Number 2. There we go. Another cracking River Severn barbel. Just under £5. Yeah, beautiful fish. Absolute beaut fish. Second one on the bank for today. Beautiful fish. Superb. Good fight there. For something like I say, about £5. It's a hell of a fight. There you go. Second fish of the session. Got about an hour and a half left, as I said, before I lose daylight, maybe a tad longer. Might give it about another 20 minutes here, 25 minutes here. I'm going to move about 60-70 yards downstream again. Nice little fish. Thought it was a bit smaller, you can tell by the way they shake. And big fish don't tend to do that, they just drive like constantly. They don't thrash around the same. You're never 100% sure until you get it out on the bank, obviously, or you see it. But sometimes the smaller ones, sort of 5, 6, 7 pounders, they sort of thrash around a little bit. Loads of head shaking. Well, after all that rain we had earlier on where I was hiding under that bridge, it's beautiful now. Maybe not ideal for fishing, but the sun's out. You can feel the temperature drop. It's been warm the last few days, sort of 14, 15 for the last 3 or 4 days. It ain't that now. Temperatures dropped right down. Probably single figures, as I said, maybe 8 degrees, 9 degrees now. And then it's supposed to drop right down over the weekend. Keeps going through into next week. Cold winter coming back. That'll be out after the chub again then. And then in April I'm going up to Scotland on the D, salmon fishing with the fly, so there'll be more videos coming then hopefully a big fat silver salmon. So guys, sun's going down, wind's getting up, it's getting really cold now to be fair. So that'll knacker the barbel fishing up now for the next few days. I'll wrap this video up. Been a good little session for a couple of hours, 2 nice fish. And I will add that 3rd fish that I caught a couple of 4 days ago. On that same peg I caught that 5 pounder just. So yeah, if you've enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, share, all that malarkeys. There'll be loads more coming soon. Obviously the end of the course season is in about a month, something like that. But there'll be plenty of fly fishing, plenty of salmon fishing hopefully as well. So yeah, give it a like, a subscribe and a share. Cheers folks, catch you in a bit.